p.m. Monday through Friday. Drawing will be held November 14th at 5:30 p.m. at Cavalier Preview Night.
A Life Share blood drive will be held 8:30 a.m. to 2:10 p.m. in front of Building F on November 11th through the 12th. Donors must present ID at the time of donation and have plenty to eat and drink before donating. All blood donations benefit the local community blood supply. Anyone in good health who meets height, weight, and donation eligibility requirements may give blood. If you recently made a blood donation or if you have already scheduled an appointment to donate blood, please accept our thanks on behalf of the patients whose lives you may have touched. For blood donation questions, please go to lifeshare.org.
After the break, the Strand has a Christmas extravaganza planned for their next show.
Right now, though, let's go over to Abby Colvin, who has a look at your weather forecast.
This is Abby Colvin with Bpcc Weather, and we'll be right back after the break.
Bossier Parish Community College, the fastest growing community college in the nation. Wonder why?
The arts are crucial to Bossier Parish Community College. We provide opportunities to our students in film, in television, in acting, in music. They get that training here at Bpcc with direct, hands-on approach. They can then take that training back out into the community and get a job.
Here at Bossier Parish Community College, there are so many opportunities and classes that are offered to you. It's like the whole world of theater is right here at Bpcc.
Check us out. You'll understand why. Bossier Parish Community College, the fastest growing community college in the nation. Wonder why?
We at the Bossier Chamber of Commerce value our partnership with Bossier Parish Community College as an educator and a trainer for the local business industry. Together, we will help Northwest Louisiana grow.
And Bpc's nursing program educates students for the workforce.
Our state-of-the-art lab has allowed us to get hands-on experience with real-life case studies. As a graduate, I was able to find a job right after graduation.
Check us out. You'll understand why.
This is Abby Colvin with Bpcc Weather. Now let's take a look at the current temperatures. In Marshall, it's 43. In Nacogdoches, it's 45. In Texarkana and Reston, it's 41. In Minden, it's 42. And in Natchitoches, it's 44. Now let's head over to Bpcc. It's partly cloudy here with 47 degrees. The humidity is 43% and the dew point is 26 degrees. The wind's coming in at north-northeast at 9 miles per hour and the sun sets at 5:20 p.m. Now let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. On Saturday, there's going to be a high of 63 and a low of 42. On Sunday, it's partly cloudy with a high of 73 and a low of 53. On Monday, there's going to be a 95% chance of rain with a high of 62 and a low of 31. On Tuesday, it's partly cloudy with a 25% chance of rain with a high of 44 and a low of 24. And on Wednesday, it's partly cloudy with a 5% chance of rain with a high of 47 and a low of 35. This is Abby Colvin. Let's take it back to the news desk.
The Moscow Ballet Great Russian Nutcracker performance will be held at the Strand Theater in Shreveport on Sunday, November 10th at 5 p.m. Tickets are $28 and up. This Christmas, give your family the gift of Moscow Ballet Great Russian Nutcracker. Step into a simpler time filled with sweet dreams and Christmas magic. With world-class artists, over 200 dazzling costumes, stunning sets, towering puppets, and soaring birds, don't miss your chance to ring in the holidays with this exclaimed Christmas extravaganza.
Still to come, monkeys are falling from the sky in Florida.
And today is National STEM Day, and if you're not sure what that means, stay tuned for details after the break.
Most Americans think cancer will be curable within the next 25 years. What they may not know is that the risk for certain cancers can be reduced today. Worldwide vaccination against the human papillomavirus, HPV, can greatly reduce the incidence of several cancers, especially cervical cancer and oropharyngeal cancer. To that end, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says all boys and girls should be vaccinated around age 11 or 12. Unfortunately, only about 36% of girls and 14% of boys have been protected so far. To reduce the spread of HPV, the American Society of Clinical Oncology recommends 3 things: increased education for healthcare professionals, health policymakers, and parents, better access to routine HPV vaccinations, and research on the most effective ways to raise vaccination rates. To learn more about preventing cancer with HPV vaccinations, visit cancer.net/HPV.
Today is STEM Day. It's time to celebrate skills in science, tech, engineering, the arts, and math. Learning the periodic table of elements, 3D printing, sculpting, the Pythagorean theorem, it's all a part of it. And studying these areas is becoming increasingly important in school because most of the fastest growing jobs are in these fields. If you're already out of school, it's the perfect time to brush up on these subjects. Take some time today to celebrate STEM careers, teachers, and students.
U.S. Senator and Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris introduced legislation on Wednesday to extend the school day to 6 p.m. Harris says the idea is to align the school day with the traditional work day to reduce the burden of childcare on working families. The Family Friendly Schools Act would extend the school day 3 hours from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the school year. Senator Harris is also calling for $1.3 billion annually to allow more children access to summer programming as well. This leaves parents to figure out how to care for children on afternoons, weekends, and holidays. For working and low-income families, paying for childcare presents a challenge. The bill would not require teachers to work longer hours without additional pay.
A man enjoying a day at a Florida park almost went bananas when monkeys started falling from the sky. Lucky for us, he caught it on camera. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
A kayaker was quick to start recording when it started raining monkeys in Florida. Rod Gein was relaxing on the water in Silver Springs State Park when he heard something.
It was like a loud clapping, like belly flop sound.
That was the sound of scores of monkeys diving into the water from the tall trees above. Gein sat there mesmerized by the display before he realized he had a camera.
It took me a little bit to remember there's a phone here, I could be getting this on video.
He says the monkeys were being forced from the trees by larger males. The park is home to about 300 rhesus macaque monkeys, which are native to Asia. The species is known to carry disease, which can be spread to humans, but Gein was able to maintain a safe distance and take in the wildly unusual sight. Most days at this Iowa retirement home are no doubt pretty chill. But then again, most days there isn't a 2,000-pound bull roaming the halls. The former bucking bull named Olay was the guest of honor at Southern Hills in Osceola. His handler, rodeo clown Jason Dent, brought him by just to spread a little joy. Residents quickly gathered to give pets and even kisses, and a few even dared to take a ride. Oh yeah, I like this. What could possibly go wrong? Don't worry, Jason has liability insurance. Jason's hoping his goodwill will come full circle when it's his turn to retire.
I just hope by putting it out there, somebody will do that for me when I get there.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
An iconic movie outfit is up for sale, and it may be the one that you want.
Also, a behind-the-scenes look into what it took to make the new movie Dr. Sleep, and Abby Colvin will have your weekend weather recap. All that and more when we return.
Most Americans will need long-term care at some point, and it's not covered by Medicare or health insurance. Fortunately, a life settlement can be the answer. You sell your life insurance policy to an investor and get an immediate cash payment that's generally 4 or more times greater than you'd get for a lapsed or surrendered policy. The investor pays the premiums and collects the benefit when the time comes. Learn more from the Life Insurance Settlement Association and find life settlement professionals at lisa.org.
Head lice? It's likely your child will be exposed to lice at some point. Don't freak out. A range of pesticide-free treatment and daily prevention solutions is available. If your child gets lice, Vamoose Lice Treatment's easy-to-apply mousse takes care of both lice and eggs. Vamoose kills lice by gut rupture and dehydration. It even kills super lice, which are resistant to pesticides and common OTC treatments. Vamoose kills nits before they hatch, so unlike products requiring a repeat treatment for hatching eggs, Vamoose works in one application.
Actress Olivia Newton-John's famous all-black outfit from Greece brought in $405,000 at auction, exceeding its estimate by more than double. The outfit was made famous in the 1978 film's final song, You Are the One That I Want. It was sold Saturday at a Beverly Hills auction. Hundreds of other items from Newton-John's career were also on sale. Now 71 and diagnosed with breast cancer for the third time, Newton-John decided to sell more than 500 items from her career to help raise funds for her Cancer Wellness Center in Australia.
As a sequel to The Shining, Dr. Sleep needed an iconic set recreated for a sequence of scenes. Rick DiMagella talked to Dr. Sleep's director about how that was done in the Hollywood Minute.
Oh, this set's amazing, isn't it? Just breathtaking every time I walk in here.
Stephen King's Dr. Sleep heads to theaters this weekend. The sequel to Stanley Kubrick's The Shining features scenes that required filmmakers to recreate an iconic set from that film.
I was so fortunate that Warner Brothers and the Kubrick estate actually gave me his blueprints and his production design elements. So when we got to recreate the Overlook, we were actually recreating Stanley Kubrick's, down to the annotations he'd kind of scribbled in the margins on the designs. Like I had access to all of that.
Everybody knows a family or a vet that might be having trouble. And take a minute and at least thank them.
Musician Joe Walsh hosts the 3rd annual Vets Aid concert this weekend in Houston, Texas. Walsh will be joined by some famous friends.
Doobie Brothers, ZZ Top, Brad Paisley, Jason Isbell, Sheryl Crow, me. Did I get them all? I got them all.
He was a sociopath, completely in control of everything. He said that wherever I went, he would find me, walk right up to me, and I wouldn't be able to see him.
Here's a first look at The Invisible Man. This modern spin on Universal's classic monster movie stars Elizabeth Moss as a woman whose abusive ex finds a way to become invisible, faking his death in order to stalk and terrify her. The Invisible Man creeps into theaters February 28th, 2020. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Coming up, Abby Colvin has a look at your weekend weather.
I'm Abby Colvin. Now let's take a look at the weekend weather. On Friday, it's partly cloudy with a high of 52 and a low of 33. On Saturday, there's a high of 63 and a low of 42. And on Sunday, it's partly cloudy with a high of 73 and a low of 53. This was Abby Colvin. Let's take it back to the news desk.
Well, that's all the time we have for the Bpcc News. I'm Kayla Kennedy.
And I'm Shaquille Jefferson. From everyone here at the studio to you at home, have a great day. But before we head out, let's head over to the kitchen with Chef Jeff for a taste of Bpcc.